Do you think it's your friend?
I don't think so.
Your friend doesn't just invite random people to his parties?
No. I mean, unless it's Fortnite, but...
Maybe because he just saw me on Fortnite. Oh, yeah, this is where I left off. Okay. What's it? Yep, I just have camera off. No worries, honey. It's hard to tell when the camera's off. But yeah, I'm got a stream started right now. Alright. Oh yeah, this part. Hey troopers, guess what? You're all trash. The bitches are trash. See you. You want it? Come on.
Damn, Joe, you go hard, man.
Told you, when I play Fallen Order, man, I go ham.
I never doubted you for a second, Joe.
What's really cool is there's a move in here in my double lightsaber combination, honey, that is exactly my helicopter thing I learned today, too. Where is the move? Let's see if I can do it. Oh, you were getting on my nerves. Get blasted.
I need a stim, BD.
I'll do the helicopter again. Yes, that move. Did you see how I was doing the spin? I can do it again. I did that today. It's called a helicopter. You basically see if he does it fast. So he spins it and then he goes around. Sup, Coulson, aka Speed. How we doing?
Fucking loser.
Hey, he's an OG, man. He's been around since the early hundreds.
Oh, I'm talking about some guy that killed me.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I thought you were talking about my peeps. Dang, got you. How you been, Speed? It's been a while, man. Still working on that at that restaurant, buddy?
Great.
Great to hear, man. Bye.
No.
See you, Felicia.
No asterisk.
Did you see what happened?
What'd you do,
There
Joe?
was a stormtrooper just sitting on the edge, and I force pushed him off the cliff.
Damn, Joe, you didn't do my land like that, man.
Oh, you quit? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, there's another one. He doubled. He was like, bounce, bounce. Oh, I'm gonna go over the ledge again. Fuck you, dude.
Damn, Joe, you're doing my guys dirty.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's pretty funny. What you be language police, honey? Yeah, I put this as an after dark stream, so. No, I understand. It's fine. I just.
Fallen Order if they were a rocket and 3 Stormies it wait for the rocket.
I understand what you mean, honey.
Kill the Stormies.
Me see now.
Hi.
Me got you. Hey, FB. What this? What this me got?
Hello FBE.
Oh, you had the... It was gonna...
Yeah, that makes sense. Let me see what you're trying to do, honey. It's good. Me would do better.
Because of the thing you want to do on Sunday.
Oh, I could do both ways. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, of course. I agree. True.
I need to take care of a few stuff.
What do you gotta go take care of? Okay. There we go. Oh, well, that worked. I didn't know I could do that. That works way better. You doing good on your match over there?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I'm trying to, but...
Tell you, man, them sweats. Sometimes it's good to take a little break and not deal with those little...
Well, it's not even that. It's just like, you know, it's kind of annoying. You just want to complete missions, and then people have to fuck it up.
Yeah, that's what they do.
It's like obviously I know that they don't know I'm doing missions, but it's like, come on, man. Like, you know, gotta
They
be
just want their own wins for their own personal reasons.
Yep. Yep. There we go. Yep. Right off the bat, I'm dead.
Some people really be that way sometimes.
I'm literally just trying to do challenges, and I got people like, you know, like, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember this part. Okay. Do this right. First things first, get launched. Second thing, get launched. Oh, wrong way. Get launched. Alright. Yo, we're gonna launch you over there, cause yo, we got scout troopers, so yo, let's helicopter some fools. Let's dodge. Yo, you're not taking me off the cliff. Yo, get wrecked. Yo, shots are fired. Your aim sucks. Sorry, yo. Let's see. This way, I think. Okay. Yo, I'm gonna jump down. There's a ship over there. Yo, gonna go, yo, here. Climb up. Yo, there's an enemy up here. Oh, really? It's like that? Really? Oh, I'm the traitor. Mister, I'm gonna push fools off ledges now. Welcome back, Speed. Can I just get my health, please?
Joe, when do you think we're gonna see our first live-action Calcastus?
Hopefully soon.
Yesterday my GF slapped me for stepping on her cat.
Why'd she do that? Well, the thing is, it's kind of like because the sequel trilogy chose to focus on the legacy characters, and there's so many characters in the galaxy that could have survived for such a long time. Like, I've always kind of thought timeline-wise that Cal and Ezra met at one point, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're together somewhere, or they were separate and then Cal was around somewhere else.
Yeah.
Did you tell her that you apologized, Speed? Because that seems a little harsh, just to slap him. Like, you didn't mean to step on the cat. It was just in the way.
What? Jedi!
What do, honey?
You have progressed so further than me. I played yesterday whole afternoon.
You have progressed further than me. I played yesterday. Oh, really? Yeah, I've played this game before. This is just on Grand... It's just on Grandmaster. Oh, that's good that happened much better. Speed.
Is it hard to play on Grandmaster, or isn't Grandmaster the hardest level?
Yeah, but I've beaten this game so many times I wanted to challenge myself. Plus, there's a lot of cool experiences, like you get more combat experience if you do Grandmaster, because you get the actual extra difficulty. The combat level gets harder, like Dark Souls level, which is fun. I like it. I like the challenge. Even though the Purge Troopers like to be jerks sometimes, but it's all part of the fun.
See, for me, like, playing
I
him...
am at the part I freed the prisoners. Am I yet too
Like, I
early?
get the whole difficulty thing, like...
Oh, you're not that early. You're still pretty deep far in the game. What was that you were saying, Jake? Sorry, I had a viewer was asking me a question.
So, yeah, I just got my shit rocked.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I feel like, you know, playing, like... I think the game difficulties are, like, nice for people who want to challenge themselves, but I don't usually like them at that high, because at that point, it's not fun for me anymore. It's just more like...
I mean, but it's like playing Fortnite when you just, like, get that experience. Oh, I just got a trophy. Nice.
I guess so.
I didn't have that trophy. Oh yeah, Dathomir's got some good stuff. You want to definitely complete Dathomir. Get pushed. Helicopter, chopped. Oh, limbs gone. Get wrecked. Oh, really? You're resorting to throwing grenades now? That's how far we've come? It's just, let's throw grenades, cause, oh crap, that was not great.
Fight me, coward!
Currently I am at Dathomir.
It's a good map to be on. You have a lot to do on that planet. Make sure you build your double saber and get all your stuff done.
But I guess I have to go back.
It's definitely worth it. You can go back and collect. Once you have all your skills, you can do a lot more things on that planet. So make sure you get all your skills, and then you'll be able to do that. Oh, the grenades are getting on my nerves. You need to chill out, okay? And you...
I met a strange guy who told me not to go further if I am not ready.
Really? That's weird.
This one's mine. I'll defeat you.
If you ever need any tips on games, yeah, that's a pretty cool way to do it. If you're looking for any tips on these kind of games, and need expert help or just anybody who knows how to help you through these games, I highly recommend subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss out on any videos or updates that we post or anything that can help you, because I'm always willing to help out people getting struggled on games. Like, I'm playing multiple games right now and I'm trying to get a lot of them done. So I definitely know that it can be hard when you get stuck on a big story game and you don't know how to progress. I'm playing currently, I think, 3 story games right now. I got a campaign on Sifu. And the new expansion comes out later this month. And then I gotta beat Devil May Cry 3 still. Oh no, Devil May Cry 5. Sorry, my bad, wrong one. I gotta beat that one. There's one other game I gotta work on too. But yeah, that's a good one too. So yeah, definitely, if it's your first time here, I definitely would recommend subscribing. If you need any help on other games, I'm always around, except when I'm working. I'm definitely here always to help out.
I beat DMC5.
Oh, you did? You liked the game? I've liked what I've played it so far. I really like the combo system in that game. It's really fun. Was good first. Yeah, definitely was a pretty good one. I like that one. I guess doing late night streaming is worth it because you meet all sorts of cool new people. Pretty cool. Alright. Can I make that wall? I don't know if I'll make that. If I jump there, I'm worried I won't make it. Yep, nope, I'm not gonna make it. Okay. What if I do... Can I wall run over there? Oh, that won't work. Okay. What if I do like... Nope, that won't work either. Can I do like a... If I jump on top of the branch? No.
I played Hogwarts, but I deleted it. Probably play it next week. I got a call for Jedi Fallen Order, so I downloaded it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my fiance beat Hogwarts. I have not played it yet, but I know a lot of people have said good things about it. I definitely want to play it. I own the game, I just have been focused on other games, so I haven't been able to play it very often. What were you humming?
None, just a little tune. I like this new update, dude. I like the big city. There's a pretty
Yeah, there's
cool
definitely
place to land
some cool new stuff on there for sure.
I like the Neo Japanese.
I want to finish Jedi Fallen Order. Do you think I can do it on weekend?
I've always wanted to.
Yeah, definitely. If you invest the time into it, you can definitely do it on the weekend.
Give me that.
Just gotta really grind it out and take your time, but also just really focus on getting all the achievements that you need done, get all the skills so you can go from planet to planet. What difficulty are you playing on right now? Because that would also help you get through it better.
Hey, you!
Joe, when you start off with a game, what level of difficulty do you start off with?
Normal usually, because I don't like doing easy.
The
Okay.
last before the hardest.
I know a lot of people who start off with easy, and I'm like, it's not a bad thing, but it's also like
I've been playing games since I was literally probably 10, so
First gameplay.
yeah, that's a good way to do it. It's a good way to start out. Well, go on, honey. Oh, you gonna go in bed? Alright, I'll see you when we done stream. I love you too, gorgeous. Thanks, honey. I should do some pretty good progress, I think.
Don't forget to use too many maps on BD1, BD1.
Of course. I will not forget. Thank you, darling. Oh, wait, is there anything over here? No, nothing over there.
damn it.
What happened?
I'm trying to get out of this fucking building.
You having a problem with the building? What's wrong with the building?
I don't want it to be too easy, but I neither want to master it 100%. I want it to go with story, but with a bit of challenge.
Oh, I get it. Believe it. Just trust me, I definitely understand what that's like. Oh, crap. Explosions galore. You want some of this? Come get it. It's a nice part of the map. Oh, I don't think I've been on this one, have I? Uh-oh, sounds like, yep. Oh yeah, this is the way the flame trooper comes in.
Double-edged lightsaber.
Oh, you gotta actually go to Dathomir, and you have to go find the table so that you can build it. That's your best way to find that one. Well, it's the best piece of advice I can give you on finding that one for sure. Whoa! That really sucks. I just want a wall run and it wants to not let me. You did it? Okay, so then...
Got the mod.
Oh, cool. Oh, are you playing it on PC?
But don't know how to switch.
Oh, it should... What console are you playing on? Because if you switch it, you should do, if you do the right side, D-pad, you should be able to switch. Yeah, do the right D-pad, you should be able to switch between different lightsabers. It's the best advice I could probably give you. That's what I was missing. I hope I can get more soon. Better be something in here that I need. Yeah, that's the best advice I'll give you. Is that should hopefully help you. Using that D-pad. Oh yeah, those are the lanterns.
So this hyphen.
Yes. That should work. I would be shocked if it didn't work for you. Oh gosh. What does he want? Oh crap, I dropped down to the lower levels. That's not what I wanted to do. So I get up there again. Oh great, there's like creatures in here. Oh, I don't want to fight that creature again because it was gonna hurt. Yep, just like that. I was afraid of fighting him and the end result was not great. Are you having problems with your map you're doing, Jake?
Nope.
No? Okay, that's good. I hear Stormtrooper fire, but I don't see... Oh, it must be up here. Did I kill it? Well, that's cool, man. It's a great time to be playing for sure. Alright, there's an enemy up here. Yep, this is the guy I was looking for. You want to fight? I promise you won't be disappointed when I beat the crap out of you.
They were too weak to kill you.
Really?
Bad idea to go to Dathomir before the game leads me to it.
Oh no, you can get stuff done on that planet, but you go there many times, so just kind of pick and choose when you want to go there, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Choose when you think is the most relevant for yourself. Oh crap, you threw me off the edge, creature. How about you go down first, and then I will go and take my path. Oh, we got friends. Hello. Mind if I cut in? When were you planning on stopping by? Oh crap, apparently now you were planning on stopping by. I wasn't expecting you to pop by so soon.
I still don't have the pull force.
Yeah, you might have to go to a couple other planets before you can achieve that. You would definitely want to wait to get that. It takes time throughout the game through your skill tree.
Oh.
What happened? What is it when I'm getting tag team? Yeah, I play Battlefront 2 a lot actually. I enjoy the game. What do you say? I mean, I got up to third place each round that we played, and then I've even gotten first place before when I'm really in the mood. But if I play super late at night, then I'm tired. Dang it.
I still haven't.
You still haven't played it, really? It's a fun game. It's got a probably really low price right now, too. It's great for multiplayer experiences.
I have it but not played it yet.
Oh, you gotta play it, man. It's so fun. The campaign's short, but the other stuff is really cool.
Is so ass, dude.
Yeah, it's a Alien Isolation. I've never heard of that game.
I wish the campaign was longer for that game.
Yeah. They designed that to be more of a multiplayer experience game, I think.
Yeah, for sure, but I think there's a lot of missed opportunity with that.
That's true. Why are these creatures not backing off when they should? Can we just... get your pets off me so I can deal with the problem. Yeah, there you go. Get wrecked.
Stim BD?
Get more health.
Great timing.
Go down. Okay, here we go.
I'm done with this one.
Did I tell you we're gonna do both Shazam and Inside?
Yep. I remember.
That new Will in the Hood movie actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, it should be good. I made a video. I have a video releasing
65.
tomorrow about my least anticipated movies for the rest of the March and my most anticipated for the rest of March.
I keep holding L1, is it working?
What's your least?
It can work, yeah. What was that you said, Jake?
What's your least?
Dungeons and Dragons, because I just generally didn't expect it to be good, and I still don't know what to think about it. Even though I've played D&D, I just didn't know like what the outcome was going to be.
Honestly, my least is probably Shazam.
Even though you have preference from previously knowing that the first Shazam was good.
This one just looks so boring and so ass, and the villains look so stupid.
Well, I heard what they did this time is they decided to not play 100% into the comics and write an original story. So I'm interested to see what they do with that.
Everybody wants to see comics.
I mean, if they had an original story for Quantum Mania, it might have been a better movie.
Exactly.
What'd you say?
Actually, it was kind of an original story. It didn't really pull from any specific comic.
They took certain scenes from comics
Actually,
though and
the
changed them.
problem with the movie is that it didn't go through any comics. I mean, obviously
Right.
the movie didn't understand Kang. So.
That's fair. How am I gonna not get
Or
up
else
on
Kang,
that platform?
Kang would have definitely won, right, Joe?
Yeah, I mean,
If they did comic Kang, it would have been over.
yeah, I think so.
That's so much better.
Yeah, it should work if you try that one cool. I think just give it a shot.
Are you doing that thing with Connor on Sunday? Because Connor said I can come if you guys are.
Yeah, I think we are still doing it. I commented on one of his videos when they put out their Scream 65 review.
Nice. Sunday's actually going to be a pretty big day because we got that, we got the Oscars, and then Last of Us finale.
Yeah, and I'm off that day.
Me too.
That's nice that tomorrow's the last day I work for a little bit.
Hmm?
I said it's nice that tomorrow's the last day I work for a little bit.
This one went well.
Yeah.
I think after tomorrow, the next day I work is Wednesday.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I work Tuesday next week.
Yeah, I don't work Tuesdays. I have sparring.
Yeah. But Tuesday nights are always awesome because we get Mando.
Mind tossing me a stim?
Yeah, it's always, I always love.
Mando,
How
Bad
Tuesday
Batch,
night.
and then maybe the podcast.
Yeah, it's
If
always
you're
good.
tired. If you're tired, that's ever decides that.
Well, this week the problem wasn't that I was tired, it was that I had a headache. It's incredibly hard to listen to multiple voices in your head when you have a headache.
That's true.
And I came down with this like really bad like throat sickness in the last couple days, and I don't know where it came from. So I've been trying to take. So the last couple times I take my day and night cool, and my night cool just knocks me out. But I need to get better because I have things that I need to be at my strongest strength for.
Like sparring.
Yep. So I can't be tired or I'll get kicked in the face. Even though I have headgear on, it still would hurt. So I'm trying, whenever I get sick, I try to do everything I can to make my body feel better. But I'm gonna try to not have to postpone things anymore this week. Hopefully my medicine will really just kick things up a notch.
Yeah. Well, and there's obviously no shame in, like, it's not your fault if you feel bad, so.
No, of course. There's just things that, like, if I need to be there for something, there's things I just can't do when I'm not feeling like speaking or can't speak. Is your match going good, or is it going kind of like...
It's going pretty good.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
Well, the last place I want to be is near an enemy right now.
Yeah, probably not your smartest idea.
Well, it's not only that, but I'm not trying to fight someone right now. I'm really just trying to get to point A. Or point B, I should say. And there's a llama over there, but he's running, so that's gotta mean someone's nearby him. So I'm just gonna keep running the way I'm going. And hopefully, no one gets my way.
Can't believe there's already a trailer for Cocaine Shark. They wasted no time at all with that. With that being a
Directed
thing.
by Elizabeth Banks.
Is she also returning to direct that?
I don't know.
I didn't hear that movie even made decent enough money, so I didn't expect if they were gonna do. Okay.
I don't think it's by the same people.
Yeah, I don't either. It just looks like it's a part of the same franchise somehow.
If they even allow that.
Well, apparently Secret Wars is taking a long time to make because of negotiations and visual effect artists. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Does that make you nervous, or does it make you like AFB?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
You don't understand what the issue would be?
Wait, what? I really didn't understand anything you just said. You just told me about visual
Secret
effects.
Wars is taking longer because of visual effects, and they're trying to. They said visual effect artists, and then they're trying to get and then negotiations with certain characters are going, I guess, slow.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm not either. But people are saying that movie could get even further delayed right now.
Hey, BD.
Like they're saying it might not come out until 2028 possibly. Obviously nothing's confirmed, but there's talks about it.
You know, as long as they take their time, that's all I care about.
Yep.
Time
Can I get a
is
stim, BD1?
everything.
Thanks, BD.
What happened?
Time is everything.
Is that what you learned when you're playing right now?
That's what I learned from Victor Timely.
Yeah, it's true. You did say
You
it
did
was
say that,
everything.
you know that, right, Joe?
Yep, I remember. I'm very aware.
I want Loki season 2 already, man. We were supposed to get a few shows this year. I'm kind of sad that we're only getting. You know, honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if we only got one show this year. Just Loki.
Well, you know, man, they gotta make
Secret
sure
Invasion.
that...
There's no word on Secret Invasion right now.
Well, I heard it's coming out in May. That was the last scoop I heard, is that they said it will be ready by May.
Honestly, I don't care about that show anyway. The show looks stupid. It looks like
Really?
you know what Secret Invasion looks like? It looks like a wannabe Andor.
That's fair. I mean, I heard that there's a lot we really don't know yet, which is the problem.
Well, hopefully they prove me wrong. I forgot what I'm doing. What am I doing? Oh yeah.
You forgot what you were doing already?
Oh wee. Oh Joe. Oh wee. Joe. Oh wee.
How long were you hiding over there, stupid creature?
Okay, this Joe.
But I said creature.
That's racist to all the Star Wars characters. Just because they're creatures doesn't mean
The
they're
same one we
creatures.
saw in
Joe.
the other tomb. Nice catch. I need help.
Go get him.
How long were you hiding there, trooper? Not hiding there anymore. I wonder what is their main issue with figuring out Secret Wars. I mean, it's good they're taking their time, but I'm a little worried about this Marvel's report going around right now about Brie Larson.
Well, you know, Joe. You know what's gonna happen with that, right?
What do you
Just
think's happening?
Marvel's just gonna suck it up and say, you know what? We already played this actress, and we don't want to get any backlash, so we're just gonna push on. And they're gonna become Brie Larson's lapdoggy. How does that make you feel, Joe?
I mean, that won't be treated well, especially if it involves an actress that continues to treat people badly.
Exactly. Joe, this is Joe when he steps up and he's like, I will not stand for this.
Oh, I just can't even fathom the nonsense that's gonna happen with that film. What are you making noises for over there?
I'm making noises because am I right? What comes out in June? I feel like there's a big movie coming out in June. I forgot what it is.
I need some help.
Oh yeah, Indy 5, right?
Yeah. Comes out over the summer.
June.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, dude, I'm so excited for Indy 5. I watched the trailer. I rewatched it. It just looks so good, dude.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm a bit worried because of a lot of the stuff that's been going on with any Lucasfilm project that's a movie. Makes me a little iffy because of the people that are still running the things and don't.
Well, the shows have been good.
Well, yeah, but the movie industry. What Bob Iger said about Star Wars recently makes me very nervous for Indiana Jones.
What did he say?
Because he said that they're not going to release Star Wars movies until they know 100% that they know they have good movies, and they pointed at Rise of Skywalker and Solo. But I heard that there were a lot of reports that a lot of bad things went on behind the scenes between Kathleen and people involved on Indy. So we'll have to see. It could be one of those things where none of the stuff that happens even matters, and the movie still turns out spectacular. Like,
I think that's what's gonna happen.
it'd be nice if it did.
When did Transformers come out?
I thought that was July or June too.
Okay. Yeah.
Welcome to the stream,
And
guys.
if you don't know, now you know. Spider-Verse comes out in June, doesn't it?
I think so. Did you see the covers that they released today?
I did. Pretty epic, right?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Where'd you make that song from?
It's from the trailer.
Yeah, I just forgot that you kept using that.
For some fun.
What do you most want to see in John Wick 4?
They were too weak to kill you. Show me
I
your
want to
skill.
see Scott Atkins die.
Good, they were just in the way.
Well, that's a given that's going to happen because John Wick has to win. Even I, as a Scott Atkins fan, knows that's going to happen.
Sorry, Joe.
No, I'm okay with it. This is him taking a more dramatic role and a different approach. I'm just glad that that Hollywood's actually respecting him enough to give him a proper role for once.
What do I want to see? I don't know. I just want to see a good movie. I guess so. I mean, that's really...
Oh, you're gonna see a good movie.
I'm kidding. Target. Jedi's on the move.
I watched some really good interviews today about it with Donnie Yen and the directors, and they were really good.
Did you?
Yep.
What were they saying?
About how Donnie Yen says that the directors of John Wick are the only ones that really respect the proper Asian culture in terms of like because how they make movies in China and how they make movies in America are very different.
Well, obviously.
And the John Wick directors really understood like how to do a character for, like with Donnie Yen, every time he plays a character, like he says as an actual martial artist, he wants each of his characters to have a unique skill set that's different than any of his previous ones. And so he was talking about how like
It's too bad he didn't really get that for this movie.
yeah, he did.
Nope, he didn't.
Yes, he actually did. Do you know
There's no way.
they actually said in his review, they actually say in the interviews that he outperformed every single stunt double that they have for the film. Like they had to keep up with Donnie Yen when they were doing the fight choreography because the man
That's
is
not true.
too good.
I know that's not true, dude.
I can pull it up to you and prove
There's
it.
no way. He's an actor.
Yeah, but he's not just... What you have to understand is, I hate to tell you this, but there's people that are paid to do a job and learn maybe 3 weeks of training versus someone that have dedicated their entire life to living the dream of being a true... There's a difference between a Hollywood martial artist and a real martial artist that also can be a good actor. There's a big difference. For instance, Chris Evans, in Marvel movies, he trained to fight like Captain America, but he's not a trained martial artist. He might have taken a couple kickboxing lessons and done certain things, but it takes a very specific lifestyle and a very specific level of discipline to become a martial artist.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, Joe.
It is very true. You can tell there are certain actors that you know are just actors, and they can only be, and there's a difference. Like, there are people that are specifically cast because they are good at one thing that they have dedicated their life to. Like, I know it's hard to believe it, but 90% of the stuff in the MCU, even the really good fight scenes, half of it are very fake. Like, it's not very real.
I hate saying this, Joe, but everything in the MCU is better than John Wick.
Then you're in the wrong side.
I'm just saying, Joe. I think Quantumania is going to end up being better than John Wick 4.
That makes me sad that makes me sad, except I know this variant is lying through his teeth, so I don't trust anything he says.
I'm not a variant, Joe.
I have you on recording and your letterbox review that says you hate Quantumania.
I don't hate it. I just don't think it's a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate
You
it.
know what else? Quantumania also didn't get good enough early reviews early enough. So
Yeah, and we don't know about John Wick yet. I mean,
John Wick's got early reactions very early. That's a good sign. Shazam didn't come out with reviews.
So did Quantumania. Early reactions to Quantumania were pretty positive until
Only 1 week before, though. That's always bad. I knew Quantumania. I was mixed on Quantumania the moment it took a while to get to those reviews. I knew something was going to be up.
And same with Eternals too. Eternals were actually early reviews were really positive, but then the scores came out.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a difference between when here, let me put this out for you. When you release early reactions and let people watch a movie that's newly coming out at the end of the month, that tells you have faith in your movie. Because
Really, Joe?
Because I go by statistics. I've been in this game since. Why? I can think of every movie that's bad that has gotten early reactions completely wrong easily, and they all release their. So
you have beaten the game before, right?
Yes, I have. Cool. All the movies that release early reactions a week before they come out, turn out probably being very bad.
For the most part,
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen many times.
Yeah.
Like,
But so could you, I don't know. How would you feel, Joe?
How many hours on average to beat it?
Like 27.
well, here's the thing. I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes gives it because all that matters is that I like the movie. To me, that's all that matters because there are certain... I don't care that John Wick has a fandom. I grew up on the Matrix movies, and the first two were fun. The other couple weren't great, but I grew up on the idea all my life. There is just something different about Hong Kong cinema that only certain movies have actually been able to replicate in the modern world, and no other movie will ever have that special thing. And so any of those movies that get to do something special, that's why while I'm excited for things like Blue Beetle and other things, every movie except the John Wick movies are labeled as Hollywood movies because the John Wick movies were able to go above
John
and
Wick
beyond.
movies are definitely Hollywood movies.
Yeah,
Joe.
but yes, they're made in Hollywood, but they're made by people that understand. They're not made by the corporate machine. The corporate machine that literally goes and makes remake after remake and remake and only cares about money. The people that make the John Wick movies, I actually found out today that 3 of them actually are trained martial artists, including their stunt choreographer. Like, they actually dedicated their life training and learning everything and helping Keanu Reeves learn what they needed to learn. Like, they pay attention to the details. Where in Hollywood, they normally don't give a crap. And that's the thing that the Hollywood regime is different now. Like, you look at things that come out like the MCU, for instance. It's catered only to its general audience, and it's always going to be that way. It's never going to change. I believe
it could change
that
eventually.
by that time it'll be too late. They had their shot. If they wait too long, and if DC films start getting really good received, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in big trouble if they don't catch up on the horse.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly believe if the MCU keeps up the pace that they have and the problems that they're still running, like, if we run into 2025, and if they release... What Marvel movies were meant to come out in 2025?
I have no idea. Blade,
Okay.
New World Order. Oh, 2025 or 2094?
2025.
I don't know. They haven't announced that just yet.
Wasn't Fantastic Four 2025, or is that 2024?
Sure, it could be.
Okay. Imagine Matt Shackman makes Fantastic Four meta Scream level catering, winking to the general audience. Right?
Why would he do that?
Which sounds horrible. I'm just putting a mental picture in your head of what the current MCU track record looks like. Right?
MCU wouldn't do that though.
No, but I'm just saying, let's pretend we're in a fantasy world for a minute. Remember what Zemo said in Civil War? Why did he want to defeat the Avengers? Because of what they did in Sokovia. Do you remember the quote? What did he say?
His family died.
To see an empire fall. Marvel is an empire.
Disney wouldn't allow that though. Disney's smart enough not to see that coming.
But Disney puts out crap every day. I mean, there's still issues with them. You know, because of Disney, we're probably never going to see the Russo brothers in the MCU ever again.
Why is that?
Oh, you don't know about the Scarlett Johansson thing?
Well, yeah, but what does that have to do with Russo brothers?
They were involved in it, so they cut ties with them because of that. Like, it would take a miracle for them to come back after what Disney pulled with that situation.
I think they're good, Joe.
They should have paid Scarlett day one and just got it over with. But they waited and that's their problem. They are so greedy about money for themselves, they don't care about other people.
Joe, I feel like you're just hating on the MCU just to hate on it.
I'm really mad. Like, I really love the Ant-Man movies, and I'm so... Like, I was burned by Marvel in Phase 4, but I really needed Ant-Man... Ant-Man 3 needed to be good, and it wasn't good. And the fact it wasn't good, and we're in Phase 5... Phase 5 in the MCU where we've already had Thanos in Phase 3. I can't trust them with anything moving forward. Because in their first outing of the character, they've already ruined Kang. It doesn't matter how many variants or how many versions of him they can say, oh, because this variant is the real Kang. Well, that's just, like Deadpool says, that's just lazy writing. These variants are an excuse for them to write a character lazy. They're like, oh, well, we can call a different Kang the Conqueror, and that will be a stronger one. And their excuse is, it's a variant. When literally in Ant-Man, they call him Kang the Conqueror. Are you okay with that? Is that acceptable for you as a big MCU fan? That they're going to hide behind this whole variant thing?
I don't think it's not. We don't know yet. We don't know how they're gonna, change it.
Things aren't looking good, man.
I think Guardian 3 will bring it back together.
But here's the thing. Remember what I said about an empire set to fall? That's the thing. James Gunn is going to have the one good Marvel movie this year, and then it's over. The world, it's like the world ending for Disney. They're losing their big IP numbers. They're going to drop rapidly because the moment that movie's in theaters, it's going to be like everyone's going to love Guardians. And then you know what's going to happen because they love Guardians? Where do you think everyone's going to go after Guardians?
To Marvel.
They're going to come running to Superman Legacy because that's James Gunn's next thing. They're going to be like, Guardians 3 was so amazing. I can't wait to see your Superman movie.
Well, they were already kind of saying that because we know that James Gunn makes good movies.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, you look at his track record, you look at everyone else's track record in the MCU, like, we can't, I hate to say it, but we can't trust Kevin Feige. Because if Kevin Feige was smart, Jeff Loveness would no longer be employed. And that's not going to happen. So honestly, I mean, dude,
maybe Jeff Loveness is gonna do like an overhaul for the next movie. Maybe he's gonna change his style of writing.
You really want to defend the MCU to no point,
Or
don't you?
maybe he's also working. He could also be working with other writers too to help. He
was working with other writers in Quantum Mania. He wasn't the only one on that team.
Him, though.
Well, based on the concept art for it, you know who I actually blame even more than Jeff Loveness for what happened to Quantum Mania?
Your dad.
No, I was going to say I think Peyton Reed needs to share that blame.
Oh, he does. I mean, I don't know. He's not a terrible director because some
No,
of the
I'm not saying
episodes
this is...
Do you remember that last episode of Mando? He directed that.
Yeah, oh, I'm not saying
awesome.
that. I'm not saying that he's a terrible director. I'm saying he made some very poor decisions and let people write some very poor things for him. And that's what I think is the problem. Once again, I've said this. I'm only going to make a video. I'm only going to make a video tomorrow called "Marvel Believes the New Standard is Good Enough," because that's what I feel is Marvel used to be, we're just going to make movies and then hopefully people love our movies, right? Back in phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. And now it's, phase 4 is good enough. Phase 5 is good enough. We need to hold
your
more.
logic. By your logic, you're saying that Shang-Chi was bad.
No, I'm just saying that, like, there's certain movies in phase 4 that, well, they put out movies and shows because, like, well, it's done. I mean, we didn't fix the effects or anything, but technically it's done. It's good enough. Meaning they released incomplete work.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's not just that they're half-assing because they are, but they're literally half-assing it in a way where, it's good enough.
Good enough ain't gonna cut it no more.
Yeah, I don't... Here's the thing, okay?
I hate to say that, Joe. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. It's not going to cut it anymore because the thing that bothers me is, like, as much as I love Shang-Chi, I don't want good enough. Like, Shang-Chi 2, I don't want to be good enough. I want it to be great. Amazing even. Like, and I'm sorry. If Daredevil Born Again meets good enough, I'm done. If it's literally, if they're like, it's good enough, it's not TVMA, it's this, then yeah, I'm out. I'm sorry. That that show will break the MCU for me. If that show is not done the way that it needs to be, it will break something
So
in
what are
me
you
with
gonna
the
do if it
MCU.
sucks?
You don't want to know what I'm gonna do. There,
Alright, will you be done with Marvel? Are you ever gonna give Marvel another chance after that?
I don't think I'll see Secret Wars. I think I might see Deadpool 3 just because I like Deadpool and Wolverine. But I think I might see Secret Wars when it comes out on Blu-ray to watch at home. I don't think I'd go to the theater.
Dang, Joe.
You have to understand how important that character is to me. I've had a connection to that character.
No, I understand, Joe, but really?
Dude, I've been so excited for this show, and the fact that that Marvel could care so little for their characters, it would break me.
What if they do Punisher dirty?
That will also break me. It won't be as bad as them doing Daredevil worse dirty, but breaking Punisher would be bad. It would be horrible for them. The fact that they can have Deadpool exist, and the thing that really scares me is that the only reason Marvel's going to make Deadpool work is because they only care about comedy. And if you look at the MCU, that's their new image.
They care about comedy. I'm afraid that they're gonna make Deadpool his jokes aren't gonna be funny because they're really bad at writing good jokes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the MCU doesn't have good jokes anymore. Because here's the thing: if you look at the box office numbers,
I know jokes aren't everything, but if they somehow make these jokes not funny.
You know what I realized they did, and I think this is why they probably are doing this, but clearly they haven't figured out that the formula is not working. In Love and Thunder, in Thor Ragnarok, and in Guardians of the Galaxy, they saw, people thought these movies were funny. I think they looked at that and went, not Love and Thunder, because Love and Thunder was where it went really bad, but at least Guardians and Ragnarok, I think they looked at it and went,
and Ant-Man.
Yeah, and Ant-Man definitely as well.
Kind of Ant-Man.
It's kind of like Joker, it's kind of like Heath Ledger's Joker, and now I'm always laughing. You see the funny side now, because it's literally just that's all they think is we just want to have humor everywhere sprinkled. And the thing that really cuts me is the thing that really makes me nervous is just because Marvel has proven that they if you're starting a new phase and you want Kang to be this big bad, then people needed to die in Ant-Man. Because then in Kang Dynasty, even if characters die with quotation marks, I don't believe anyone will die. And that takes the fun out of everything because...
Yeah, the stakes won't feel real anymore.
And then every single person they bring in, it doesn't matter if it's Kang, Dr. Doom, Killmonger comes back, whoever it is, nothing will feel real or threatening in any interesting way because they don't care. They care more about their laughs and their billions than they do about creating characters and stories.
Yeah.
That's why I applaud Lucasfilm not making movies right now and focusing strictly on their TV shows, because the people working on their TV shows know how to write good characters and know what people want to see.
Yeah.
Mando's not going for laughs. They're trying
some
to...
of it is.
Yeah, but it's not MCU humor.
Well, a little bit of it was.
I haven't noticed anything.
That first episode when they were that protocol droid pushed the head on top, and Amanda's like, "No, that's using your head." I was like, that joke's kind of cringy.
I mean, I think they're always going to have it because they do want to have some things that apply to the kid audience still, but they're also going to have...
So just let you know that, Star Wars and DC is a bunch of kid audiences. They just cater to the kids.
Well, Marvel and Star Wars do. DC can go beyond the line. They don't have to follow that program. They can make the choice to
James
not.
Gunn just directs for the kiddos. He doesn't even care.
No, you're just trying to be a hater now. You're just scared that your MCU is going to become the very thing you swore to destroy, and that makes you sad.
I think DC's gonna fail. I really do. I actually think DC's gonna fail. Because
I think that's so
right
cute
now,
that you
DC's plan is almost identical to the original Warner Bros.
Yeah, but you want to
plan.
know something? You want to know something that's crazy though? Those people at Warner Brothers, they didn't know what they were doing. James Gunn, I trust and believe he knows what he's doing.
Well, we'll see. You know, I'm talking about the same guy who made really bad films, so
James Gunn made amazing films. Now you're just being a hater.
he's only made a few good ones. I think DC is gonna fail, but
That's sad. I'm gonna watch your Marvel. Have fun with all your kids and your and everyone gushing over. The thing that's gonna keep your franchise alive is they're just gonna keep casting untalented hot women, and that's gonna be their stick. Have fun with Brie Larson being in 12 more movies. Have fun with
Hi, how you doing?
all those other people. Hey, one player. Have fun with that. Because that's what your guys' future is looking like.
no, our future looks bright. I think after Guardians is definitely gonna turn around.
See, I see the Empire falling to pieces after Guardians.
I think DC's gonna fall apart. I think it's fall apart before it even starts. Because I think they have too much on their plate already, and he's trying to do too many things at once, and
They're making the smart.
He's got the direction of only one guy. I just don't see it working, man. I just don't see it working.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to support the MCU. I'm not supporting the MCU anymore because they're over. They had their chance. And I'm not going to
They
take...
still have a chance. They're still good.
What do they have left that they can do? They have no stakes. They're not going to get back to reality. They care too much about their general audience catering. It's all they care about.
Well, you have to care. I mean, you have to also cater. You can't just cater to the fans.
No, but they only cater to the general audience. Every last MCU
That's
movie...
not true. They don't only cater to such a...
Yep, they gave up on the comic fans. And Quantum
That is
Mania
not
was
true.
a test of that. It was a test of that. They failed epically.
Oh, that's just one movie, okay? And that was written and directed by not the best people. That was...
Yep.
If they...
But
if they
Phase
had
5 needs to start out with a banger. And if it doesn't start out with a banger, then it's already a failure. Because then there's no stakes to start off your story.
You can't say that, Joe. You can't say just because one movie doesn't define the rest of the phase.
It can, if the rest of the phase follows suit. And if you look at what Phase 5 looks like, outside of a couple things, there's nothing in Phase 5 that is particularly exciting.
That is not true.
Outside of the build-up to...
Captain America, Thunderbolts, Guardians.
Those could all be crap, though, because once again, we're falling in a world of stakes. And also, I'm not going to support a team that will give Captain Marvel over a proper Captain America, so you can play for what team you want, but I legitimately... There is not a single female soul that I hate more than Brie Larson, and I'm not going to support a company that allows her to stay in power or to stay employed because I despise her.
What did she ever do to you, Joe?
It's not what she did to me, it's what she's allowed to do and what she continues to do to other people. And how she disrespects people I don't tolerate.
Did she ever hurt you, Joe? I don't think
she never hurt me physically, but she's very annoying.
Well, physically or mentally.
Oh, well, mentally she hurts me because every time she speaks, I get a headache.
That's strong. That's strong.
Like, I don't know, man. It's like, I'm just getting to the point where I don't know what to do, man, because it's hard to have any hope when things are so bleak right now. I mean, they can't even get Kang right, then Fantastic Four and Doom are doomed. Like, they're doomed.
Yeah. I mean... I have one thing to say to that, Joe. If you think they're doomed, yeah, not really.
Why? Why are you trying? Why are you trying to use that? Like, I don't.
Sorry, Joe. I had to do it, Joe.
Like, why would you even say that that's even a thing?
What, because I said the John Wick thing?
Yeah, like, why would you put that there when it doesn't belong there? And two, why would you even consider,
I
like,
mean,
even...
it's not, you can compare John Wick to the MCU.
No, never. Because the MCU has lost me, and it's not gonna get me back. It would have to do major things to get me back, and I know what the MCU is, and I'm not gonna accept it for what it is. It should be what it needs to be, and it's not gonna be what it needs to be. So, because the people that really liked writing the stories for the MCU have already left the MCU.
So,
If you look at what the Russo brothers are doing now, they're strictly doing independent programs, and they only were supposed to come back to the MCU for Secret Wars, and now that doesn't even look like it's gonna happen. Like, what? Like, you're really gonna wait till Fantastic Four to make your opinion on the MCU? You're not gonna judge what's currently happening? Like...
well, what is there to judge, Joe?
Well, let's see. We have Quantumania. The Marvels is already sounding like a shit show. The only movie that is going to have stakes right now is a movie that is going to end one franchise in the MCU.
Guardians is gonna be really good, Joe.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But Guardians isn't going to be good because it's got Marvel on it. It's going to be good because James Gunn is a visionary. The Marvel part
And also Marvel
has
is
nothing to do with it.
Yep, Marvel has everything to do with it. If it was just James Gunn, it would fail.
But it's Gunn's writings that's making you like the characters.
Yeah, but Marvel has to have a hand in it.
Yeah, but I'm not giving them credit because they don't deserve credit.
They deserve a little bit of credit.
Why would they deserve credit when they're writing the shitty ass jokes that aren't good? And they care about those jokes. They don't care about making Adam Warlock a badass or making sure that High Evolution is done justice. That's what James Gunn cares about.
I think Marvel cares about it too.
I don't. I've seen what Marvel cares about is Disney Plus, and every single new female they introduced in Phase 4 is proof of what their future is, and I don't want to be a part of that future.
I'm going to investigate. Not enough to down me. Guess it's you and me. All right, let's finish this.
Because the rate that Marvel's going to go, you're going to get at least 3 more seasons of She-Hulk, 4 seasons of Miss Marvel, maybe even more. Eventually Captain Marvel will get a show alongside movies because they'll keep her in line. Like, that's the track record you guys are heading towards. Is
What's so wrong about that, Joe?
I just believe that the MCU from this point onward, its females are going to get more leads than males, and I believe that's the fate that we're running towards. And I believe in equality, not singling out. And the problem is, some of those female characters, they already ruined in Phase 4, and I just think that it's over for them, because there's no redemption for them after what they did. Hey, welcome to the stream.
I hate to say this, Joe, but I kind of like you're a hater. I think you're afraid that the Marvel will continue.
You wanna know what I think? You know, I haven't said the thing that I wasn't that I wasn't gonna say, but I saw someone say this in a YouTube video, and I agree 100% what they're saying. I don't think the MCU will last a day without Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. And it's already being proven.
It already has.
Nothing in the MCU
it's still
since
pulling
Phase 3 has been good.
That's not true. Clearly.
If you look at everyone's MCU rankings, all Phase 3 movies are ranked higher than anything Phase 4 or 5 so far.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. You're the only person I know that has Multiverse of Madness even in top 3.
It's not top 3. It's top 10.
Fine, even top 10.
And I have Shang-Chi in like top 11 or top 12.
Yeah, well that's fine, but I'm
so is
talking about the other bad movies. So I'm not talking about continuations. I'm talking about wasted potentials of continued characters that they don't know how to deal with, proper characters that they don't know how to continue their stories and continue development for them. That's their problem. They care more about when is She-Hulk season 10 coming out, when is Miss Marvel coming out with another season. You're not worried that Moon Knight hasn't got greenlit for another season yet? That doesn't bother you?
Wait, really? It hasn't?
It's not properly greenlit. You didn't know that they said Miss Marvel season 2 was greenlit the moment after it achieved 90% on Rotten Tomatoes for like 3 weeks.
Oh no, Joe, that's not good, is it?
No. This is the future you're living in. It's the world that your generation is creating. And it sucks.
My generation.
Yeah, because when the MCU was born, the people that started in the MCU, it was something different. And now it's changed.
You can say the same thing for like almost everything.
That's true. But some things remain actually true to what they need to be, where the MCU is... They're not taking the criticism and the feedback properly. They just keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Jeff Loveness still wants to make Kang a protagonist, so he hasn't learned from Thanos.
Thanos was a bad thing.
They made him too sympathetic by connecting him to Gamora. And the only ruthless version of him was the one before he was actually caring for Gamora. So they had to literally go get a past version of him just to have a ruthless version of him for a final movie. Which is sad. That doesn't bother you that there isn't a current version of Thanos that is actually terrifying? They had to get a past version just to do what they needed to do? I think that's...
But it made sense for the story.
Oh, so that's the thing. So because the MCU wills the writing, then it's okay.
Well, okay, how would you have done it? Exactly. You couldn't have done it any better.
I didn't say I was going to do it better. I don't want to touch the MCU.
Why? Because you're afraid you're going to mess it up?
No, because they had a good plan and then they stopped following their plan.
I think they're just reevaluating.
Taking too long to reevaluate, and if they were reevaluating, they would make good decisions. They're not making good decisions. How are they trying? Give me one example of what the future looks like that they're actually planning. What one good thing in Phase 5 have you heard that is 100% concrete that things are going to get better? And you can't use Guardians 3 because that's an ending, not a beginning. It's an ending. When James Gunn leaves the MCU, the love for Guardians of the Galaxy ends because the new roster's not going to be the same as it was.
Could be better.
I don't think so. I can already see what the team is going to be, and it's going to be horrible.
That's not true. I think it's actually going to be pretty cool.
Who do you think the new team will be? Well, give me an example.
Star-Lord, Gamora, Groot.
They're all gone. James Gunn is going to
No.
kill every single one of them in this movie.
He is not
And then he's
killing
going to
all
say,
of them,
"Peace
dude.
out. I'm taking everyone with me. Bye." Mic drop.
If you think that's actually gonna happen, you're delusional. He's not killing everybody
He
off.
offered Chris Pratt a job already.
So,
Did you miss that interview?
You do realize that two people can do like two different things at the same time, right?
It's not going to always stay that way.
What do you think happens? Do you think Marvel and DC are literally at war here? Like, do you think, oh, if
They're
you
not
work at
at
DC,
war.
you can't work at Marvel? Like,
They're
that's
not at
how
war.
that works, Joe.
I'm not saying they're at war, but there's
That's
been
exactly what you're saying, Joe. You're
there's
basically saying that if someone
I'm
works,
saying
if
that
someone works at
because
DC, they can't work at Marvel. That's not true.
I'm
Joe.
saying if you look at the trailers, they hint on pretty much every single character dying because it literally has pointed to that direction.
Joe, and I hope you do that. Also, trailers like to lie a lot. You know,
They do.
deception. James Gunn wouldn't just tell us if a characters. I mean, I mean, as bad as Ant-Man is, look at Ant-Man. Ant-Man made us think. I mean, it really made it look like Scott was gonna die, but then obviously he didn't. So.
Yeah, but I
just
feel like
saying,
James Gunn is the
deception.
one that's not gonna. I feel like he's not gonna pull any punches. I mean, there's no existing plans for Star-Lord past Guardians 3.
That
So
we know of.
where do you think he's gonna continue? You think that you think
Probably
the
Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty.
what's his purpose though if he can't get Gamora to love him in the same way that the other Gamora did?
We don't know that. It could end up happening. We have to obviously we have to see the film to see what happens.
I just don't know how you just seem to keep backing them up no matter what. And I just don't get how you are so
backing
blind
up
to what's going to happen.
I'm not blind, Joe. You're blind.
No, I know what's going to happen because I've seen it.
You don't know what's gonna happen, Joe. You don't know.
I know Guardians 3 is going to be the only good movie this year for Marvel this year. And that's fact.
Who knows?
There is no who knows.
Maybe the
If you're
Marvels
gonna
will pull off.
if you're saying that the Marvels is going to be a good movie, then you're lying to yourself.
Marvels is the GOAT movie.
Enjoy being the 1% of that enjoy that movie.
I think me and Connor and me are gonna all like it.
Connor isn't excited for this. Connor's on my side.
Plenty more.
He's on your side about what? Like,
We all had that conversation at Quantum Mania. Did you not? Do you not remember our Quantum Mania conversation?
what do you mean? Like, on your side regarding what? Like, the downfall of the MCU? Or,
Yes.
That's not necessarily true. I think Marvel.
Oh, it's
I think
definitely
Marvel,
true.
Give Marvel time. I think by next year.
They had
Marvel
time.
will be-
They had an
Marvel
entire
will be-
pandemic
but that
to
wasn't
figure their
fault.
stuff out, and they didn't.
I think honestly, I think the pandemic made it harder for them.
It's the Jedi. Okay.
Then they need to communicate that and focus up or delay things for longer periods of time and actually
What do you
focus
think-
on their
Joe,
projects.
What do you think they're doing? They literally are delaying stuff. That's
Not
what's
the
going
right
on
things.
now.
The
Yeah, they
Marvels should be put in storage and should not be released this year.
Door stim.
are. They can't not do that, dude.
They have to not do it because they have a
Wow.
psychopath lead actress that needs to be dealt with and recast.
Well, maybe it's not as bad as you think it is right now. And
Oh,
also
it's
they
only
have-
going to
they
get
have a-
worse.
They have a ton of other stuff in the back burners that they need to get working on. They can't
It's
just
only going to get
stop.
worse.
Nah, Joe, it's not gonna get worse. It's gonna get better. Watch, Marvel. I was gonna before you interrupt me. I was saying that Marvel is gonna go upward. Like after the end of this year, it's gonna go upwards. There's nothing else on the slate that could possibly be as bad as anything we've gotten.
How could you... But I don't get why you were saying just how much, I know Ant-Man is looked at as a little film, but the fact that they just, like I said, their excuses, as long as there's a variant of someone, they can get away with whatever they want. Oh, first appearance of Doctor Doom. We can kill him because we'll make a variant of him that's evil, that's more evil than this one. So it's okay that we killed him, right?
I don't think they're gonna do that. They're not gonna kill off Doctor Doom.
They already
Doctor
shit the
Doom is
bed
gonna
with
be like,
Kang. They already shit the bed with Kang. They can't fix that.
okay. I looked at it as that Kang was kind of overwhelmed because his tech was really what helped him because his tech was damaged. He was kind of having a hard time, you know, especially when he was just trying. His main goal was just to get out of there, so he didn't
Wow, did this second viewing, like, when did you become a Marvel optimist? When we talked to you 2 weeks ago, you're like, oh, I hate Quantumania, they made so many mistakes, and
No, I still hate
all this is
Quantumania.
done.
I don't hate, well, I hate Quantumania. I still don't think Quantumania is a good movie. But I'm talking about a story about Kang. I think once Kang is sucked into that wherever he is, that continuity storm thing, he's gonna come out twice as strong. So
See, those are the things that I said before, but you said, oh, that won't happen, and now all of a sudden that I'm feeling doubts,
No, that
you're
is-
like defending
that is
it.
gonna happen. That is gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
But that's still a world where Ant-Man defeated the most powerful conqueror in the history of the MCU.
Okay.
Well, let's be fair. He was at a disadvantage. Again, I just told you, bro. He was at a disadvantage.
Do you
Like if
accept?
that's like if you were trying to fight like a big guy, like not even a big guy, but like you're trying to fight a guy who was like moderately good at fighting,
Charge forward.
and you have like a few broken arms, and he's like that's kind of what that is.
I damaged them.
Yeah, but you don't have a big bad lose to two characters that are barely Avengers.
They're not barely Avengers, they're Avengers.
Scott's an Avenger. Wasp
Oh,
is
Scott.
barely an Avenger.
She's pretty much an Avenger. She was with them.
She's only an Avenger
I
because
say
she's.
anyone who's in the lineup with Endgame is technically an Avenger.
But she's only interacted with Scott. She didn't interact with any of the other Avengers properly.
Kinda. She did. So you're just an MCU hater. You're just afraid that MCU is gonna stay strong and DC will fail.
No. I'm afraid that something I grew up reading Marvel comics as a kid and they're destroying my childhood, and I don't like that.
They're not really destroying your childhood, Joe.
They are.
You know they
Every
can't
single
do
one of
every-
my favorite Marvel villains is a sissy boy who has to have redemption arc now.
They have redemption arcs in the comics, Joe. You know that, right?
No, but they introduce them immediately and then they get redemption arcs. So we met Kang. We'll meet more Kangs in Kang Dynasty. Now Kang's gonna be a
Exactly.
protagonist.
He's gonna be viewed as a protagonist. Like he'll be like the main. You know, protagonist doesn't always mean like hero. You know that, right? It just means he's gonna be the main character of that story.
Generally, it means main character / hero. So
But obviously, he's not a hero because he's a villain. So that's not what they're doing. They're not making him a hero. They're just making him the main character of that story.
based on Jeff Loveness's comments, it sounds like they're gonna make him a hero in their own right.
No, Joe, that's not what that means.
Yes, he says it very clearly in his article that the
You must
plan
have
is to
read
make him
some
a
different
hero.
article.
No,
What? No, Joe, he did not say that. I can literally pull up where I read that. He said protagonist. He
where's
didn't
this
say hero.
optimism coming from? You used to be team, like, that the MCU needs to fix their problems. Now you're like,
They
oh,
do. They
everything's
have
fine. They're
they
gonna
have a
get
lot
it.
of- No, I don't think everything's fine. I think they have a lot of time to fix, but I think they are fixing it. They are in the process of fixing things. And no, Jeff Lemons did not say he was going to be the hero. He just said he's not the protagonist, which means, if you didn't know what protagonist means, well, you don't.
I know what protagonist means, but every time they say protagonist, that means that they are going to be viewed as a hero. And that is not what we want. Because the protagonist is the good guy of the story. Every film, a protagonist is the one that they
Joe,
focus on the
Joe,
most.
And you know that they say that, that everyone views themselves as the hero. So while he may not, obviously, he's not the hero, he's the protagonist. But Kang sees himself as a hero, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like Everyone is the hero of their own story.
Yeah, but he specifically says that he wants to change Kang to make him feel that way. He did not say that Kang views himself as that. He says we want Kang to be our protagonist.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not, because I would argue Thanos was the antagonist of Infinity War, or not, sorry, not antagonist, protagonist, and it totally worked.
Yep,
He
and
was
I
the
was
he was the
I was
hero.
disappointed in Thanos
He was the,
because they because in Infinity War he was a beast until they made him.
You were disappointed in Thanos. There's no
Yeah,
way, dude.
yeah.
You must be like the 1% because everybody reacted to Thanos positively. Everyone loves Thanos. He's honestly a top 10 like villain. Really, I mean, he's having people out here agree with him. Like there are literally like legitimate. I've heard people say like Thanos is right. And if you have a villain, a villain that can make people turn the other cheek, you know you have a good villain in your hands. So
The
just
problem
saying,
is he lost his ruthlessness over being sympathetic instead, and because of saving
well,
the.
I mean, he did though because we saw that ruthless side of him on Endgame. So
But he lost all of it. He lost his root. His final stand was. It was still about his whole population plan. That was never what Thanos was supposed to be. They did that because they want everyone to appeal to him.
well, what was he supposed to be, Joe? I think they wrote him really, really.
He
well.
doesn't live up to his name. In the comics, the Mad
How
Titan
does he not
kills
live up to
billions because he wants to, and that's his story.
Dude,
That's not what they did in the MCU.
That's not a well written villain. That's just like so stupid. Like, oh, I'm a villain, so I'm gonna just kill everybody because I want to. Like, that's boring, Joe. There's no.
Like Alfred said in The Dark Knight, some men just want to watch the world burn, and they end up being the best villains because sometimes they need to introduce a world of chaos.
No, but Joe, you don't understand. It only works for that character. See, if it works for Joker, because Joker is always has a mystery. There's a mystery to his character. It works because we don't know what he wants. We don't know who he is. We know nothing about Joker. We know Thanos. We know, I mean, in the comics, we know who he is. So there's no mystery to him. So there has to be a motive. He can't just like, I mean, he could if he wanted to, but it would be boring if he just started destroying the world out of nowhere just because he can. Like, it just makes no sense. It doesn't work for that character.
After Killmonger, the MCU went soft.
No,
They
that's literally not true, Joe. Thanos was literally like a step up after Killmonger.
No.
And see,
because everybody that Thanos killed came back. So he lost all his stakes and ruthlessness and reasonings. Because...
okay, let's see here. Everyone that Thanos killed came back. Heimdall hasn't come back. I mean, he's technically still dead.
And Tony doesn't count because it was a sacrifice. And same with Black Widow.
Tony
because they weren't killed by Thanos. They chose to sacrifice themselves. There's a difference.
But it's at the hand of, because they wouldn't have died if Thanos was never, a problem. So I still give it to Thanos. So Thanos, so Tony, Natasha, Heimdall. I would still kind of argue Loki until he comes to the mainline MCU, because technically he still is dead within that universe. No one, Thor knows he's dead, so I would say for right now, Loki. So really the only people would just be Vision, because Vision kind of came back.
I just feel like they're leaning so heavily into the sympathetic nature of each villain, and I don't want to see every single villain viewed as sympathetic.
I know that's not what you want, but it's what a lot of other people want.
Yeah, because you guys want to root for someone. See, we didn't root for Darth Vader because we liked Anakin Skywalker. We rooted for Darth Vader because he was a brutal motherfucker, and that was when he started out being an awesome character.
It can be both, right, Joe? It can be both.
But they pussy out in every attempt.
How do they pussy out, Joe? Some of the best written, because obviously it works for both. I mean, we can see it in Phase 4 that it works for both.
After they ruined Gore, I don't trust them with a single character anymore because they ruined Gore. They ruined.
Or
They ruined Gore the God Butcher. They ruined. They've already
okay, now
ruined Ken.
let's be fair.
They've
Let's be
ruined
fair.
everything.
Wait. Let's be fair. Let's be fair here. Gore, I don't think was he underwhelming? Yes. Should he have gotten more kills? Yes. Did he get enough screen time? Yeah or no? But was he ruined? A little bit, but not for the reasons you think. He was only ruined because of those reasons. He wasn't ruined as a well-written character. I think he was still a well-written villain because he had reason, he had a point. The gods are dicks. I mean, we literally saw it happen. They're all just concerned about themselves and orgies. And he's menacing. I mean, he was really menacing. So he was actually pretty. I mean, he was the only good thing in that movie. So let's just give credit where credit's due. So was he ruined? Not completely. Could he have been used a little bit better? Yes, but for what he was, it was pretty damn good. And the other thing I was going to tell you is other examples. Okay, so you're talking about like no villain can be good because of whatever. What'd you say? The you don't want them to be sympathetic. But what about Wenwu? Don't you like Wenwu? I mean, he was a sympathetic villain, and he was a really well-written villain.
Yeah, that's a different. They're different levels.
It's not different, Joe. It's the same.
They had to do Wenwu justice because they fucked it up in the first place for a joke. That's
but
why.
They knew what they were doing. They knew that they were going to do it. They knew what they were going to do. The real Mandarin all along. So, I think it was fine. And then on the other side, in your defense, they also have in Spider-Man. I mean, Green Goblin was the best, like one of the best parts of that movie.
Green Goblin was already a good villain before the MCU existed, so that doesn't count. They don't get credit for that.
He was a little bit campy, but they made him. I like how they made him more serious in this one. So I do give the MCU credit for making him a little bit more serious and a little bit more. I mean, Green Goblin is everything that you like in a villain apparently in No Way Home. He was just out to get everybody. I mean, he just didn't give a fuck. He wasn't doing it for any motive or anything. He was just doing it because he was the Goblin. So it works for both. You get a sympathetic villain like Wenwu and Gore, but you can also get like evil, just pure evil villains like Green Goblin, and they both work. So I don't know what you're complaining about. I don't think the MCU's gone soft. I think the villains still work. Now, have all of them been good? No, but a lot of them have been pretty good. And it's definitely a step up from the villains in the first two phases of Marvel, because all the villains in like the phase 1, phase 2 were just nothing.
Yeah, but once again, you're still just accepting good enough. You're not accepting what
How am I
could be.
something good enough to? The only good enough villain, well, there's probably more, but the only big name, good enough villain in phase 4 was Gore. And that wasn't even, there was a lot of problems with that film, with filming and the rewriting and the re-editing. But, other than that, we're talking about just phase 4, not phase 5. But phase 4, I mean, and Eternals, Eternals, I don't like the movie, so that movie doesn't count, because that movie was just not good. Black Widow, the villain in that one was pretty lame, but then again, it's who do you do for that? I mean, they ruined Taskmaster. So if you want to complain about a villain, complain about Taskmaster, okay? Don't complain about...
I count every notch that they've made. I count every mistake they've made, and it adds up. It each adds up. That movie proves the most obvious answer that the MCU still stands for. And the thing that it stands for is it's not the MCU anymore, it's the MCU. Because it's M, she who? Oh, there's a new she. There's another she. Oh, Wanda needs to be a main character? She. There's She-Hulk, she needs to be a main character? She. Miss Marvel? Yep, there's she. Captain Marvel? Yep, there's she. MCU.
You're just going off, Joe.
They're reliving the worst Marvel comic period of all time, when everyone's gonna be replaced by females. It's gonna be horrible. I already know Shuri and Miss Marvel are going to.
Let's be honest, Joe. There was not a lot of good female representation. Female representation.
Black Widow's the only good female that the MCU ever had, and now she's gone. So.
In the first 3 phases, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that's true.
She didn't have any movie of her own, but every Avengers movie she was in,
okay, Joe,
she was one of the standouts.
But listen, Joe, what you just said right there is the reason why we're getting all these females, because there was a huge lack of female, representation in the first 2 phases. That's probably why we're getting it. Now, I think it should have been more spread out, but I mean, that's exactly why it's happening. Because there was not enough of it.
But they're doing it poorly. They're not making good characters. They're just putting characters out there because they want that representation.
I will agree with you on that. They are handling this poorly. I think you can write She-Hulk well. I think you can write Miss Marvel well. Although I don't think she was written. Miss Marvel wasn't written. Miss Marvel. I don't think Miss Marvel was written terribly. I think Miss Marvel was written decent for what she was supposed to be. And I don't think. I mean, Kate Bishop was written well. I'm trying to come up with but there are a lot of female characters, to your point, that are not written as well as they should. And I think that's a big flaw for Marvel right now, is that they need to step it up on the writers. And it's kind of weird too, because they're hiring female writers to write their female characters, which they should be doing, but somehow they still turn up like crap. So maybe don't get all females to write the female characters. Oh my god, one player, is that you?
No, that's FBE.
One player, hi, how you doing?
That's FBE, that's not one player.
Oh, it sounds just like him. No, I'm just playing with you, man. You really do. You people? Who are you calling you people? Anyway, I was just telling Joe why he's wrong. I think Joe's just mad because I have a point. Joe's not very happy with the MCU right now. I'm telling him that it's not all bad. I mean, there are a lot of things that it's very flawed, but it's not bad. They just need to find their strengths and stick to it. I think the MCU will after the Marvels. I honestly don't think the Marvels can be that bad. No way it can be any worse than Quantumania. I don't know where Joe went. I think Joe's focused now. He's probably had enough. He probably just does. Sorry, Joe. I'm just trying to defend, the MCU. I just don't think the MCU needs to get hate where it doesn't deserve it. I mean, it deserves some hate for, certain stuff, but the whole villain thing that you were going on, I just don't think that was true.
If you read a Marvel comic, you would realize that it's true, though, because not one single villain outside of Green Goblin has been given the justice of a real Marvel comic villain. They all ruined them because they all want them to be sappy sob stories. Oh, you want to be my friend? Oh yeah, we can be allies. Yeah, you want to take care of my daughter? Sure. I'll take care of that even though you're going to die in the end and I beat you.
What does that have to do with anything, Joe?
That's their story. That's what it always is it's everyone gets redemption in their first moment of being, they do something bad a little bit and then they become a hero or an anti-hero.
I wouldn't say hero, but I would say they morally change. That sounds better. They morally change, and they change, and it's for the better.
There are certain characters that are beyond redemption, though, and they don't need that level of redemption.
Give me an example of who you think should be.
Well, for one, in the comics, Thanos is not a redeeming character of anything. He is an asshole who will murder planets at will.
And you wanted to see that?
Yes.
Pretty boring, Joe.
No, it's accurate.
Okay, but that's not... Okay, I think their goal here is to write a well-written character, not just a villain who is a villain.
There was other things that made him a good character besides that, but...
Well, I think whatever that is that you're talking about, that made him a good character, they really wanted to show that in the movies.
No, they didn't, because they didn't make him cruel like he's supposed to be.
Cruel.
They made him too nice.
Cruel. Killing your daughter is pretty cruel.
He only did that because it was a part of his sacrifice. Because he needed it to complete his plan.
That's still cruel, Joe. Killing your daughter is pretty cruel.
Yeah, but if you watch Thanos in the animated stuff that they put out, he actually literally will...
Joe, the animated stuff is just there to just for kids to watch, and it's all for there to be flashy. It's not there to be like, you know, a good story or anything. It's just,
you know, and a lot of it is based on like the real story stuff, and I just don't have faith in the MCU anymore.
A lot of these comics that you're talking about, they just don't translate. They just don't translate, dude. They just don't translate to big
You're
screen.
just excusing their lazy writing.
It's not lazy. Joe, Thanos was not lazy writing.
I'm not saying Thanos is lazy writing. I was disappointed with Thanos for my own personal reasons, but I'm not saying he was a lazy writing character.
Well, Joe,
for the character that they needed to write, he was fair.
I just hope you know, Joe, that...
Okay, let me specify this. Every villain except for Winwu in Phase 4 was shit. There's your proper answer.
Wrong.
Correct.
You're not wrong. Okay. Let's look at No Way Home. You had at least 3 villains.
I'm not counting them because Spider-Man's not 100% owned by the MCU. It's Sony and split.
Alright, let's take a trip down memory lane. Alright, let's see. We got Black Widow. Yeah, pretty shit.
Yep, horrible. Eternals, horrible.
Wait. We're skipping one. Black Widow, Shang-Chi. Winwu's good.
I already said Winwu's the only one, so...
Eternals, not great. You know, Chris wasn't terrible, but... Alright, we kick off the year with Multiverse of Madness, right? Wanda, good.
No.
So there you go. Add that to your list.
No, she's never getting added to the list.
Yeah, well, that just means a this thing. She was a real villain.
There are better female villains. I just can't stand that character.
Why? There's nothing wrong with her. There literally was not anything wrong with her. She was good in that movie.
Yeah, because you love that movie. I despise that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I despise, you know, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something, but there's movies that I hate that have, like, good, you know, good stuff in it, so,
just in time.
I'm fair to some movies, but, you know, anyway, but yeah, Multiverse of Madness, Wanda was good, Thor, Gore was pretty good, so there, add that to your list. What ended? Oh, Black Panther, Namor, really good. So there you go. There's 4 in a row, and then Quantumania was actually written pretty good. Like, was his outcome good? Now the fact that he got beaten by wasn't his fault, right? That wasn't the fault in the writing part. That doesn't make him a bad character. He got beaten. So, I was honestly just Chuck Kang in there with me. So there you go, 5 good villains. Yeah,
but we haven't seen Kang's true potential yet, so it could end up worse than what we've already seen.
No, Joe. He's not gonna come out worse, he's gonna come out better.
Well, you thought it was bad to watch him get beat by Ant-Man. Just wait till it's gonna be an A squad that kills him. It's gonna be the A squad from Endgame that they set up is going to kill him. I already know that.
No, it's not, Joe. You're just being really negative. So anyway,
I see the future. I see it clear as day.
Joe, you're just a hater. I know you don't put Spider-Man in there, but I'm putting him in there because technically it is an MCU movie. So I'm chucking Green Goblin and Doc Ock in there. Electro, he wasn't great, but I'm putting Green Goblin and Doc Ock. So there, that's 7 villains, and that's just the movies. That's not even for the shows. Now let's see, look at the shows. I don't think the shows were that great, but okay, let's see. WandaVision. Who was the villain? Agatha? Meh, not really. Falcon Winter Soldier. I'm gonna put you know what? I'll put John Walker on there. John Walker was a good villain. What came after Joe? Oh, Loki. He Who Remains. Amazing. And then let's see. What If? There's not really any villain. I mean, there was Ultron,
but then their problem with Kang is that they keep introducing new versions of Kang, and their whole plan is instead of making one Kang the proper Kang, it's going to be, oh, this variant's more powerful than that variant, and then this variant is better, but that's
shut
their...
the fuck up. I'm still going on with the villains. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hawkeye. Who was really the villain in that one?
Kingpin for 2 episodes.
I guess Kingpin, yeah. Kingpin wasn't like, you know, I don't know.
I'm already scared for Kingpin in the MCU because I think they already kind of butchered him in Hawkeye.
Get the coward!
I don't think so. I think he was... Let's just say this, he wasn't at his strongest at that point. I feel like they need to build him up more. And then let's see, first we got Moon Knight. The villain for that one, Ethan Hawke's character, he was actually pretty cool. I liked him. He was a dub villain, so there.
It's too bad they don't care enough about properly greenlighting a proper season 2.
All right, Miss Marvel villain. I don't even know who the villain. Was there a villain in that one? Not really. So. Miss Marvel doesn't count, and then She-Hulk, no. So, yeah, okay. For the shows we only got like 3 good villains, so it's not great, but you know. Yeah, most of them are not great. Some of them are good, but you know.
Destroy that creature.
Anyway. So out of phase 4, and then the first movie in phase 5, we got 7 good villains. Because we're counting 2 from one movie. So if we're just doing one from each movie, 6 good villains, and then 3 good villains of the shows. So that's not a terrible track record. That's pretty decent.
You aren't quick enough.
Phase 4? Multiverse of Madness, honestly. Multiverse of Madness is a really solid movie. It's honestly, I think Multiverse of Madness and Shang-Chi are both up there for like really solid movies.
Shang-Chi is easily the best movie of Phase 4, and it's the only good new Marvel movie, so... Besides No Way Home, those are the only 2 good ones.
And Multiverse of Madness. So.
Nope, that movie will never be in that level. I'll never give that movie any praise.
Well, you're an unpopular opinion, Joe.
I'm not the only one.
Most people think that's solid.
Half the monetized critics have said the same thing.
You know every critic is like brainless, right?
No, not true.
I can name a lot of DC movies and Star Wars movies that Multiverse of Madness are better than. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to piss you off, but, you know, Multiverse of Madness is a really solid movie. You can't... It doesn't have to be the best, you know? It just needs to be what it is.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, but for me it didn't work, and it will never work, because I don't like the movie that they gave us.
This'll be fun.
Yeah.
I've been a huge Doctor Strange fan, and I don't like that they're gonna screw him over in his own movie, and I don't trust them with the character anymore. I don't.
They didn't.
Yes, they did.
I don't see how they screwed him over in his own movie.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness should be retitled to It's the Wanda Show, because it's WandaVision 2.0, guest starring Doctor Strange. And that's literally the truth, no matter what.
BD, got something to help me?
I don't really want. I don't even see that. It literally, they were both shared the movie. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think anyone outshined either person at any moment.
Do you know what the only thing I hear about Doctor Strange is the multiverse? Yeah, go ahead, FB. Fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, the jokes in that movie didn't work. And then, I mean, topping onto that, I think Guardians 3, I think the villain's going to be a dubbed villain, so add that onto your list.
Yeah, but I count Guardians 3 as a James Gunn win, not a Marvel win.
Joe, that literally makes no sense what you just said.
James Gunn actually goes and knows the characters and does the research and does everything. Feige's only trying to make a buck now. He gave up on what he was supposed to be. He just wants to be Bob Iger number 2. That's all that matters to him. The trades have literally confirmed it.
I mean, he could be. One day, he could be, but I don't think it's, I don't think
he's trying to be now. That's why he's printing whatever Marvel wants, whatever Disney wants Marvel to be now, because he wants that paycheck, and that's all he cares about.
But he's also still keeping it under his direction. It's not like he's just putting out,
He won't have time for just Marvel anymore, though, so then somebody else will have to oversee things. And it would have to be someone actually good. Problem is, it's not good to split your focus.
Guardians of the Galaxy is a dub for Marvel and James Gunn. Why would you say it's just a dub for James Gunn? That wouldn't make sense because it's a Marvel.
I mean, it will win for Marvel, but it's a temporary victory. It's a temporary victory because it doesn't lead anything else. After that movie, James Gunn is not going to return to Marvel. It's done.
Honestly, good.
No, because Disney and him have bad blood, and that's over. It's over.
No, I didn't say he. I said, honestly, it's a movie because they found that's a movie, they like to sneak in all this stuff,
There won't be another Guardians movie without James Gunn. They'll shelf those characters.
I'm not saying Guardians. I'm just saying for, other characters.
What characters are they going to do outside of that? Because they're going to set all the stuff that made... Everything they set up in Guardians is going to be strictly tied to Guardians. It's not going to set up the rest of the MCU. It's going to be strictly tied to the Guardians characters. You're not going to see Adam Warlock fight Miss Marvel or Thor. It's going to be the end. That's it. The Guardian story.
You think they're going to kill off Adam Warlock in the same movie?
I'm not saying they're going to kill him off. I'm just saying he'll be used for something else later, but
exactly.
Only if James Gunn would ever come back and work on something, though, because they're not going to... Because I don't think the MCU is going to have the capacity to use that character well. And that's the problem.
They can.
Why are you so confident that they have the ability to do good things when they've been proven to fail so epically?
But they've also proven to succeed epically, so...
But they've already proven that they're willing to use variants as lazy writing. That's going to be their issue. They're already ruining my favorite villain, and I'm just so upset about that.
How are they ruining Kang? Dude, Kang hasn't even gotten a chance yet, dude. We've only seen one version
They
of Kang,
called him
and
Kang the
we know
Conqueror, and he lost to Ant-Man.
he's not done yet, Joe. He's coming back. Get that through your skull.
Oh, I know he's coming back, but they're doing
This
it
isn't
through.
the end.
They're doing it through. Oh, we have millions of versions of us that are different. That's how they're
That's
doing
the
it.
point, Joe. Have you never read the Kang Dynasty comics? That's exactly what Kang's supposed to be.
Yeah, but in
He's
the
not
comics
supposed
there
to be
was a
just one
prime.
person.
In the
He's
comics
a
there was.
bunch of
Listen
people.
to what I'm
That's
trying
why
to tell
it's
you.
called Kang
You can have
Dynasty,
variants.
Joe,
You can.
because they're all different
Shut
variants
up!
who are
I'm
all
speaking.
evil.
There can be other variants, but there has to be a
Exactly.
Prime Kang, and Prime Kang lost.
There will be a Prime
And-
Kang.
No,
He lost because
Prime-
his tech was damaged, and he's coming back twice as strong, Joe. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
That's an acceptable answer? Wow.
Yes. It makes sense, because why would they want to unleash Prime King? Everything would be over if they just used that one character already. Like, no one would stand a chance against him, so they gotta, you know, for story's sake. And that's fine.
And for story's sake, they shouldn't have had him in the movie.
Maybe, but, you know, it is what it is, and it works, so.
You just said it works. You were the one that told me that you think that the movie would be better off without him.
It would be, but, you know, unfortunately, it's too late to change that now, so we just gotta work with what we got.
Won't you defeat the Empire? Let's go. We'll protect the Empire.
Am I right? Or am I right? I think I heard Joe's feelings.
Intruder there! I'll take you down!
Help, BD!
Is he going to get away? Nice hit! I'll drop him. I'm sure we'll beat you. That won't stop us. He's hit! Come on, hit him! Our attacks are weak. Target is severely injured. Alright, let's finish this. Target down. Let's report in.